Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my NHL 20 franchise mode here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. In the previous episode, we went toe-to-toe for actually the first time in this franchise mode series against the up-and-coming St. Louis Blues. I know it was only 5 games, but hot diggity damn, it felt a lot closer to game 1. Obviously, a 6-5 overtime loss. It happens. Demir's really struggled. He was definitely one of our weaker players in that series, but then you can debate it. 2 one-goal game wins. You can debate that like, oh, he kept doing it, but a lot of those games he was giving up hefty leads here or there. He definitely wasn't a positive factor in that series. Our sure offense won it for us. A 7-3 victory put us up 3-1, and it was only a matter of time until we closed out on this Blues team with a 4-2 victory in Game 5. The series may have gone 5 games. We could have swept them. It could have gone 7. Against a team like that, the team that they had on paper was a lot closer in comparison to us than their record stated. But today we have an all-Alberta matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Alberta Bowl. Edmonton, Calgary. The Battle of Alberta is underway for the first time since year number 1 of this franchise mode series. I'm excited as hell. Let's go ahead. Before we talk about the Edmonton Oilers, we might as well talk about the playoff tree because it's been a few days since I recorded NHL 20. NHL 21, why did I press that? NHL 21 is, by the day that this is going up, 4 days. 4 days away with the deluxe edition for NHL 21. With EA Play, though, I get a 10-hour trial version of NHL 21. So you can expect a video on NHL 21 in very, very, very soon. Very soon. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know why I stumbled there. I've been in the radio booth for a college for the last entire day. It's been such a long week. I'm glad I can just sit down and record now. This is my happy place. Minnesota and the Colorado Avalanche. So in the East, or in the West, it's looking like some beautiful matchups, some rivalries going head-to-head in the semifinals? Semifinals, yeah. Obviously, it's us versus Edmonton in the East. Toronto versus the dumpster Detroit Red Wings. That is going to be such a fun original 6 matchup. Then you have New Jersey versus Carolina. Okay, some teams you rarely see get to this point in the postseason run. Colorado's kind of been crap the last couple of years, losing some big stars to us. What do the Edmonton Oilers look like? Because they have not been a playoff team in what feels like years. And I'm going to look at Mr. Connor McDavid real quick to see when was the last time this kid made the playoffs. 99 overall in the year 2030 at the ripe old age of 33. And obviously somebody had to go and flush a toilet. So congratulations. That's what you're going to hear for the next few minutes. The last time he made the playoffs was 2 years ago. He has made the playoffs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times in his career. That is not enough for Connor McDavid, and they really haven't won him anything. He has not gotten out of the first round in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 years. I mean, no, I guess some of these years they could have gotten past the first round. Technically, if we're speaking, but he hasn't gone deep. He hasn't gone past the second round. He's looking to do that this year against the Calgary Flames. But let's go ahead, take a deep dive on the Edmonton Oilers. We know what Connor McDavid is about. We know what Leon Draisaitl is all about. How many career points? It's got to be over 1,000. 1,300. 562 goals. Still putting up great numbers alongside the best player in the league, Connor McDavid. Too bad his team is garbage. He has 1,500 points already. He could easily be at 2,000 before he hangs him up. Their right winger is a guy I have not seen in Ville. Okay. Pray for me. Pray for me on this pronunciation. Letivori. Ville. I'll just call him Ville. Second line, Chad Chadson. The best name in the NHL. It's pretty high up there. Defensively, crap. But he can put up some goals. Got Tyler Benson and Kevin Fiala. Kevin Fiala making his way to the Edmonton Oilers. Former Minnesota Wild. Former Nashville Predator. Nice. On the third line, it doesn't get any easier for us. Cole Sillinger, Cody Vernaski. Did we not play him too long ago? Who was he playing with last? Maybe I'm thinking of my Alaska franchise mode because there's a guy with a very similar name with that I just fought. Cole Sillinger and I thought it was Marco Dano for some reason. Mikhail Dano, 24 years of age. That's a nice line right there. They're middle-aged hockey players, right? 26, 27, that's middle age for a hockey player, just in the prime. Fourth line, looks really solid. Cole Lynn, Kachuk, and Barabal. This is a really good forward core. Now, how does their defense shape up? You know what? All around, I have seen worse. This is a pretty nice defensive core considering how much defensemen are worth in this franchise mode. Their top four is making over $20 million. Second pairing isn't making too much. Norlinder Valimaki, Juuso Valimaki, I believe we traded him away a long time ago. I can't recall what for. Went to New Jersey. Been with New Jersey for a while, went to Edmonton, had a pretty solid year, so he's their second best defenseman. That's not a bad D-core. But it always comes down to goaltending, doesn't it? Their starting goaltender is Joseph Woll and David Rittich. David Rittich is still kicking at 37 years of age. Joseph Woll, a Toronto Maple Leafs prospect. Their scratch players are Jordan Greenway, Cole Fonstad, and Caden. Nope, not even going to try. I will not try that last name. I don't feel like hurting my self-esteem that bad. Okay, playoff second round time. I'm out of it today. I don't know why I'm so out of it. I'm legitimately exhausted. I need to go to bed after this because it's currently 12 a.m. Hello to the new day. I need to sleep because I went to college on 3 hours of sleep. Don't do that. Don't leave your papers to last minute. That's your advice from Thumbs, okay? This team needs to win a championship. I did state that if we lost somewhere before the Stanley Cup Finals, I would do one more season. It depends. It really, really does. I expect to beat the 43, 29, and 10 Edmonton Oilers. They're not the best team. They have a lot of stars, but we're so much better in every category. But it's NHL 20. And EA makes it, so who really knows? Game 1, let's see if we can start off right here. A few goals would be nice here or there. We are the best offensive team in the league. We're going to start it off right from the blue line. Our blue liner right in front of the net takes a slapper. It's going to go in on Joseph Woll. Okay, shots are relatively low to start the first period. We are barely over the double-digit mark. And we're going to score the second one of the evening. Skylar Staubitz was phenomenal last year, scoring a few clutch goals. Specifically, I want to say in game number 2 or 3. I can't recall which one because it's been so long since I recorded it. But he scored a late one to win the game in a game we should not have won. So he's keeping up that momentum, and I really appreciate it. Second period, doubling them up in shots. Can we make it 3 goals? Make it 3 goals! Our best offensive player over the last 3 seasons makes it 3-0. Newhook and Lamb make it 5-0. The offense is here, and I am so happy we're not stagnant to start off the series. We got to be hot against this Edmonton Oilers team, who definitely have some pieces. Ludwig's second on the evening makes it 6-0. Just at the end of 40 minutes. The Edmonton Oilers just inch over the double-digit shot mark. We're only at 20. Joseph Wall was in there for 5 goals. David Rittich let up one late. But this game's won. If somehow the EA voodoo exists, we will lose this one. But I don't foresee Demers giving up 6 goals, maybe 5, but I don't see 6 or 7 tonight against him. A great performance to start off round number 2 against the Edmonton Oilers in the Battle of Alberta. Shutting Connor McDavid, Draisaitl down. That duo is going to be scary the rest of the series, so if we can get away with one of these games where we put up the offense and they are nowhere to be seen, that is very good for us. So we're going to head to game number 2 with a chance to extend our series lead. Okay, I wonder how the rest of the postseason is going to shape up. If I have somebody in the East, I would love Detroit to make it to the finals, or a Toronto. I just feel like that'd be really fun. Because I'd love an all-Canadian matchup, but I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. If Edmonton beats us, it could still be an all-Canadian matchup, but I don't really want to talk about it. Okay? Game 2. Let's see if we can keep the offense going. Demers, after a few struggle games in round 1, has started off solid in the moment. I praise him. He's going to let up a weak one on 2 shots. You love to see it! And it's 2-0. It's 2-0 Edmonton. Oh, I got the hiccups. Whoops. 2-0. Oh, early into this game, that is not going to set us up for a good evening. Demers turns around and is crapping the bed. Live on TV. No, I mean, are you watching this on a TV? If you are, comment down below, because I don't know many people that do that. That's weird. No offense, because I do that all the time and I'm weird. Okay, second period. We're basically in the same vicinity in shots. Don't forget the S-O-N. Ludwig Pearson makes it a 2-goal game. If we can get one here or in the second period, it's still a game. A 2-goal disadvantage is not the worst thing in the world. Make that one Tristan O'Reilly with a late goal to end 40 minutes. We're actually leading in shots. Okay, here's the game plan, boys. We can score goals, but if Demers lets us go down by 2 goals, it's over. Edmonton's going to hold on to that for the love of God. And oh, that is holy. They will do that. Okay? Demers is going to have to give us a solid performance here in the third period. But the offense has got to come up clutch and score us a few. 3 would be ideal. Third period. I don't know what I'm talking about. Newhook ties it 3-3. A 3-goal comeback in game 2 on home ice. The depth defenseman Nils Lundqvist gets it done. It's 4-3 halfway through the third period of play. Oh, can we hold on? This is exactly what I drew up on the board. Power play late for Edmonton. 2 minutes, 1 minute, and the Calgary Flames storm back to win game 2. No way we should have won that, but that's exactly what I said in the second period. If you can score that late one, Tristan O'Reilly, we're going to win this. It was only a matter of time until our offense got there, and a great way to end out that game. First period, crap. Demers was solid for the last 40 minutes, and that was enough to get us back in the game. Okay, now we're going to have to settle it down. Our offense is bound to be iffy here or there a few games because it's been really, really solid for us in the last 120 minutes of hockey. Or I guess minus 20 because the first period of last game was crap. So 100 minutes of hockey has been really good play. Demers has played 100 minutes of really good hockey. Hopefully he can keep that up. Game 3 here in the Rogers Place in Edmonton, Alberta. Let's keep it going, boys. First period, Game 3, Tristan O'Reilly and Rudzika. Oh, Cole Sillinger. Oh, is this going to be a barn burner? Power play. Ooh, that would have been nice to get our 2-goal lead back. Do I trust a 1-goal lead? Not in the slightest. Nope, not at all. Nope. Get it back, baby. Tristan O'Reilly's second of the period. He has been on fire. He has been great for us. You know, he's had a weird career here in Calgary. Sometimes he's going to score goals. Sometimes he's not. He's not going to. In the regular season, he can score goals. He's very good at that. When it comes to the postseason, he's more of a pass-first guy. I'm not necessarily mad at that, but he is capable of scoring goals, and if you give this kid the puck and you make him shoot, he's going to score. We're doubling them in shots, up by 2, heading into the second. Let's keep playing this strong hockey. Newhook makes it a 3-goal lead, 4-1. A quarter of the way into the second period. Power play Edmonton. That would be huge if they could get a goal here to end this period. Newhook makes it 5-1, and he completes the natural hat trick. When was the last time you saw one of those in this game? Holy moly. 6-2-1. Before we head to the third period, a 5-goal lead. Don't care about the shots. They could get as many shots as they want. We're not letting in 5. We're not letting in 6. Demers, settle it down. You could let in 2 or 3, but there's no way Edmonton's going to come back in this game despite collapse of epic proportions. A power play late for Edmonton. And they're just going to die out as the Calgary Flames move to 3-0 on the Edmonton Oilers. The Battle of Alberta could be over quite quickly. 5 of those goals coming from 2 of our forwards. I know that's bound to come back and hurt us eventually because, you know, those guys aren't always going to be there every single night. Newhook is not going to keep up the over a goal per game pace and 2 points per game. It's going to die down. We're going to find a team that's going to hurt us in all the wrong places. Okay, Game 4, let's close it out. Let's do what we wanted to do in round 1. Close it out early. Let these guys heal up. No need to extend the series 1, 2, or 3. Don't do that. Don't do that. Here we go. Game 4, a chance to sweep. In the Battle of Alberta, Ivan Frolov, welcome to the party. Joseph Woll has not been the best goalie for them. I mean, I don't want to say anything until the end of the series, but there's a player that rhymes with Monner Lickdavid. Monner Lickdavid is a person we have not seen score goals this series. I don't think he scored 1. We're up 2-0. I didn't even react to the Pearson goal. They're out shooting us. They haven't had the worst game, but Joseph Woll, if he continues to play like that, it's going to be cash money for us. Second period, can we make it 3-0? The next goal is important. Power play Edmonton. This is... Oh, yes, there you go. Another power... Oh, you kill it off halfway through the game with a 2-goal lead. Come on, make it 3-0. Next goal will either seal the deal or make this a tense third period. The third goal of the game coming from Tristan O'Reilly. The man himself. O'Reilly gets it done. Heading into the third period, a chance to sweep the Edmonton Oilers and head back to the Western Conference Final. Tristan O'Reilly gets his second of the evening. Tyler Benson is going to score one a little too late. I said the third goal of the game would be the most important, and it determines the outcome of Game 4 and completes the sweep over the Edmonton Oilers in dominant fashion. Okay, now that the series is over, where in the blue hell were Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl? Did they score 1 goal that entire series? I mean, I want to say no. Connor McDavid does not make it to the Western Conference Finals. I feel really bad for him. Because it depends on the franchise mode. Sometimes the AI will do great for Edmonton in the first few years, getting them a bunch of prospects, keeping the team great. Some years, they'll go out and get Milan Lucic again. It just happens. But we are headed to the Western Conference Finals against either the Minnesota Wild or the Colorado Avalanche in the East. Toronto and Detroit are heading to a best of 3. Carolina is up 3-1 over New Jersey. So the stats could be skewed in 9 games. So I'm going to take a few things with a grain of salt. But you cannot deny how well these 4 players, 5 players, 6 players are playing. These guys are getting it done. When we needed them the most, they were here to answer the call. 11 goals in 9 games. Our top 2 scorers have 20 goals combined in 9 games. 26 if you count the top 3 goal scorers. That is insane. And I want to talk about Tristan O'Reilly here for a bit, because I don't know when was the last time he scored 9 goals in a postseason. It's been 3 seasons. Before that, 2, and then he hit 10, or he hit over 9, and this is one of his best goal scoring output. This is his best goal scoring output. If the playoffs ended right now, that's a goal per game. You don't see that. You don't see that twice on one team. I'm loving the way these players are stepping up. There are a few categories we could be a little... You know what? All around that series was great. I really can't complain at all, even if you see this 4th line and a bunch of players crap in the bed. If one line's going to suck, it's going to be the 4th line. Michael Lamb has been a great addition. Baranaka has been solid on that 3rd line. This is potentially the last season, but if he comes over from Montreal in a qualifying offer and helps us win our franchise's 4th Stanley Cup and 3rd as general manager, that's a W either way. Skylar Staubitz, quietly putting up a point per game. Been a beauty, baby. Frolov's been phenomenal. These guys are getting it done. I'm hoping they can keep that up. Defensively, Cale Makar, no goals. 10 assists from the captain, who scored the game-winning goal for our last Stanley Cup in overtime. If you don't remember that, what a frickin' beauty. Rook, 7 points, plus 10 quietly. One of the most underrated defensemen in the league. Kudrock, not bad. Dobson and him are settling down defensively. That is really nice to see. Lundqvist and Vickers are really solid additions to that blue line. We got them for relatively cheap. I mean, I want to say they're both... Yeah, that is great contracts for them. Good. I'm very, very happy to see that. Lundqvist had 1 game winner as well, which is nuts from blue liner. Philippe Demers. I will never get his first name right. I don't know why. It just hurts my brain. I just can't. Demers had a weird first round. In the second round, he started weird, but hot diggity damn, he ended that series on the right note. Save percentage isn't the best in the world. What I'm looking at is at 250 goals against. That was a great, great round for my boy Demers, and I'm glad he's stepping the hell up. How many goals did he allow in that round? Let me actually break it down here. Game 1, how much was it? Game 1, 0. Wait, why did I say he started off weird? It was Game 2 that was weird. The only bad period of hockey he had was the first period of game number 2. So if you exclude the first period of game 2, he allowed 2 goals. What a series for Demers. And if that can continue for us, we're taking home a Stanley Cup. Who are we facing in the Western Conference Finals? I have a feeling it's going to be the Colorado Avalanche. If this is our final year, it only makes sense if it's the Colorado Avalanche, the history we have with them, I think it makes perfect sense. But they are headed to a Game 7, and not Edmonton. What am I doing? Another Canadian team, the Toronto Maple Leafs, and Detroit are heading to a Game 7 as well. The conference finals are one game away, ladies and gents. What's it going to be? The Minnesota Wild complete the 3-1 comeback. And in the East, we're getting the dumpster Detroit Red Wings versus the Carolina Hurricanes. Okay. And what could be our last Western Conference Finals? You're going to have to watch out for that one. Yes, I know these are going to bunch up right until the release of NHL 21, the new game, if you've been living under a rock for the last 6 months. I know these videos, these last tail end videos for NHL 20 aren't doing the best view-wise, but I'm thinking in the sense that, oh, what if somebody comes along my content in a few years and he's young, and they're young, not he, it could be he or she, or it, you never know. They come along my content and they're like, oh, this series ended abruptly. I want to end this series right. I want it to finish on an actual set time. I don't want it to be ended because, oh, the new hot thing is the next game. Of course, the moment I get my hands on NHL 21, I'm going to be playing the absolute hell out of it. I'm going to be editing rosters for days. It's my bread and butter. I love that stuff. But until then, I want to end the series right. Check out for the Alaska episode tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please leave a like, leave a comment, share this with people who you think may enjoy this sort of thing. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.